Hi there. I'm here to talk about the Video Classics catalogue. Well, not so much the catalogue, but some of the great movies in it. Did you know that Video Classics is the largest independent distributor of movies on video and video programs in Australia? It's a tremendous collection of films and programs, ranging from some of the great classics of the cinema like Citizen Kane, The Body Snatcher, The Gay Divorcee, so many exciting movies, to some of the newest and most thrilling movies of today, like Flash Gordon and Lipstick and Mandingo. I love this catalogue, and it's something that I treasure because it's a gateway to fabulous entertainment. Let's begin our exploration of some of the titles and programs in the Video Classics catalogue by taking the very first movie in the catalogue. Flash Gordon. What a movie that is. I love it, don't you? Flash Gordon is fabulous in video cassette. It has stunning colours, brilliant production. The casting is perfect. Sam J. Jones as Flash Gordon, Max von Sydow, everybody in the film, just so good. I'm not going to say another word about Flash Gordon because I have a short film for you which takes you behind the scenes, and it's quite fascinating, in the making of Flash Gordon.
I started to read the Flash Gordon character when I was a kid, around 13, 14. The cartoon came up in the United States in 1931, 1930 for the first time, after the big economic depression in the United States, and the American people look for hero. And Flash Gordon was the first great American hero try to save the world.
I grew up in athletics anyway, as a footballer, and basketball and baseball and track and field. And it's helped me a great. I mean, it's obviously helped, and it had a lot to do with me getting the part, I'm sure. Other than taking my clothes off, I think that had a lot to do with it. no, it has, because Flash Gordon is the in this film he's the quarterback for the New York Jets. He is at this point. It might change later on. He might be a quarterback for some other team. The Jets better win this year.
It wasn't easy because we look around for 1 year. No star really can play Flash Gordon. And in my opinion, to use a very famous star, supposing existed this kind of a star for Flash Gordon, is a mistake.
Sleep well, you traitor. We hang you in the morning.
Well, the cinema was in the north. I lived in the south of Tel Aviv, and it was too far for me to go. But I remember the children, or the older children, talking about it. I never saw it before. I actually never saw Flash Gordon until, a week ago.
Don't touch me! I'm a prisoner too! Damn Mongol person!
The only comic book I saw was at Dino's house, and it was in Italian, so I had no idea. Buongiorno. Buongiorno, Flash. That's about it.
Bullet is very deadly. And some pretty close calls of actually ripping each other's flesh off in the filming. But when you learn how to use something, you know exactly the distance apart.
I mean, if he saw what happened when Sam went off the edge, and that was not out of an improvised situation. If we improvised, we'd probably kill ourselves.
Stand there, Tim shouts, you bastard, and Sam can then control himself to get the whips in.
Knives up, please.
Knives up!
All knives.
So Tim's
And
down.
Sam's knives. Yeah, all knives are there. Okay, big feet.
All right. Please. No, boys, not long to do.
You'll need...
Every single move is worked out to time with the tilts and the appearance of the knives, because if they actually fall on them, they hurt themselves. So it's quite complicated putting it all together.
Sort of the all-American guy that any farmer would trust with his daughter. Yeah. That's how I look at it. He's very athletic. He's a leader of men. Everybody looks up to him.
Why don't they team up and overthrow him?
Team up? What does that mean?
Maybe I'll show you sometime.
Well, I'm playing Voltan, the king of the Hawkmen, and his kingdom is the Sky City. It's a wonderful, bizarre city in the sky. And I really, a very volcanic person, enormous, passionate fella, tremendous kind of temper.
It is a comic strip, and therefore they are pretty one-dimensional. And by having good actors, I think it sort of just adds flesh and blood to it, and you sort of feel that they've all got a past and they've all got a future.
And of course they crack all the jokes. I've heard everything, you know. I'm Voltan, fly me.
Who's on the wing?
And you walk in the studio and everybody goes to all the bird noises. You think for a long time in the film that he's really a big baddie, but he's really got a great heart, and in the end he comes good and becomes a great hero and does a final big battle with Flash against Ming.
And if my daughter's wing seems to be in trouble now.
He doesn't have any any superpowers, just his natural athletic abilities, just his natural abilities in general. He doesn't fly, he doesn't bite steel or metal. It's just himself.
I don't think one's saying to an audience, believe this, they're just saying enjoy it.
I'm not sure that I am killed. I think I have somewhere a secret trick which might give me a chance to return.
Strange object imaged in the Imperial vortex.
Remove the Earthwoman. Prepare her for our pleasure.
Don't kill him yet, Father. I want him. Go, Flash, go!
Flash!
Oh, yes. I love Flash Gordon in every possible way. I love the colour, the action, the cast, everything about it. I thoroughly recommend Flash Gordon. You know, it was said about Laurel and Hardy that nobody liked them but the public. And you know, you could say that too about Kyle Onstott's novel Mandingo, that nobody liked it but the public. It was a bestseller. I enjoyed every moment of it. And I also enjoyed Richard Fleischer's film. Mandingo has been a big box office hit all over the world, and I know you're going to enjoy it on video cassette. Mandingo stars Perry King, James Mason, and a superb cast. Here's a preview.
All the shocking realism, all the magnificence and depravity.
In Africa, my people are born free. That's right. Free men, not slaves.
I want to please you.
You need a white lady to give you a son with human blood. I wouldn't know what to do. Not with no white lady. You keep on your shirt and drawers. Plagues a white lady most of them to see a man naked.
Don't kiss me yet. Unless it's just a cousin kiss.
All the passion of the explosive novel that sold over 9.5 million copies has now been brought to the screen.
Mandingo! Kill old Fred Mandingo!
Mandingo.
4,000! I'll pay more, 500 more! You see me hang, you gonna know you kill a black brother. This is just as much our land as it is yours. And after you lynch me, kiss my...
You won't be wanting me no more. Be selling me or giving me to one of the theaters.
Honey, I ain't giving you away ever. Mine.
This is my story. You attacked me. So now, listen, you do what I want. I'm gonna tell him everything.
Sure, a strange kind of white lady.
Hey, Big Tom! Your attention, please. It is a fight to the finish with no holds barred.
Mandingo. the pride of his masters. Mandingo, the strongest and the bravest.
What do you tell me who I want? Well, you know who you are. You're the fight.
Ain't nobody, never, white or black, gonna take your place.
Scared him.
Master Hamlin, you can't know. Don't know what happened. I never craved to do anything again you.
Get in.
No, Master. I was born in this time, but never be free.
Mandingo is the first true motion picture epic of the Old South.
Obviously, Mandingo is not for general exhibition. I think they summed it up on the back of the paperback rather well, you know. A great bestseller. Expect the savage, the sensual, the shocking, the sad, the powerful, the shameful. They're quite marvellous words, aren't they? But I think they do describe Mandingo. I enjoyed it so much. I love movies about the Deep South anyway. But I liked Mandingo. I thought James Mason and Perry King were outstanding. Susan George, really well cast. And Ken Norton as Meade, very good indeed. The atmosphere is really good in Mandingo. I like it. Charles Bronson, what a name and what a star personality. He's made so many movies over the last 15 or 20 years. It may be hard to pick the good ones from the bad ones. But you know, some of his movies in retrospect are so good, and at the time, they went by almost unnoticed. You remember The Godfather? It was a big hit some years ago. The Godfather was inspired by fact and indeed deserved to be a hit. But coming out at the same time was a film called The Valachi Papers, based on a novel by Peter Maas, who later on wrote King of the Gypsies. The Valachi Papers was not inspired by fact, it was based on fact. Charles Bronson plays Valachi, an extraordinary characterisation, and he's very, very good indeed. Jill Ireland, his wife, appears with him. And among crime movies, well, I give it 4 stars. Also in the cast of The Valachi Papers, one of my favourite actors from Europe, Lino Ventura. He plays the man who really despises Valachi and will do anything to get rid of him. It's an enthralling crime melodrama, and I thoroughly recommend it. And I also recommend particularly a film called The Valdez Horses. Now, The Valdez Horses was directed by John Sturges. John Sturges made, among others, The Magnificent Seven and Bad Day at Black Rock. I think The Valdez Horses presents Charles Bronson in one of his most unusual characterizations, and the ending of the film is very special indeed. I like Jill Ireland, Mrs. Bronson, in the film too, and I also like, most of all, the scenes between Charles Bronson and Vincent Van Patten. Here you'll see a Charles Bronson a little bit different from the one you usually expect on the screen. Let's now look at a preview of The Valdez Horses.
And you said you like to stay. All day long we're riding all together, side by side, you and I. Freedom is on a rainbow.
I can read your dirty mind, didn't you?
All my troubles, all my strife. Try to build a better life. Sleep, sleep. Round and round we head. Man's the king of all he sees. My kingdom is my horse. Till the day a stranger comes who wants my kingdom in the sun. That day, freedom is ever seen.
I'm quite sure you're going to enjoy the Valachi Papers and the Valdez Horses with Charles Bronson. Talking of stars, one of the greatest stars of stage and screen in the 20th century all over the world has been Ingrid Bergman. I'm sure we've all admired her courage, her strength, her beauty, and her intelligence, and we're all saddened by her passing. Ingrid Bergman, however, is with us on the screen even now. Video Classics is proud to have two of Ingrid Bergman's most interesting films in the catalogue. First, let's consider Under Capricorn, directed by Alfred Hitchcock. It said on the posters when the film was released in Australia some years ago, the first dramatic epic of Australia in Technicolor. And indeed it was. It was a film set in Australia and based on a novel by an Australian who actually died in 1940. This is the novel. It's a special thing in my collection of Pan books. Under Capricorn, a novel of Australia in the 1830s by Helen Simpson. She also wrote Saraban for Dead Lovers. Under Capricorn is fascinating. It's an intense romantic melodrama. It has an historical setting, and of course, it was directed by Alfred Hitchcock. Well, need you know more? Well, there are so many interesting things about Under Capricorn to tell you. For example, Richard Addinsell, the man who composed the Warsaw Concerto, composed the music for the film. The production itself is first rate, and here are a couple of interesting facts about it. There's only one copy in the world, I believe, of the map of the trade routes by sea to India and Australia at the beginning of the last century. This is a map dated 1810, and it's preserved in India House, London. It has great historical value. They wouldn't let Alfred Hitchcock take it away, so he had to do a photostat copy of it, and you'll see it in the film. What was Australia like at night time in this particular year? Alfred Hitchcock did tremendous research to find what the night sky would be like, just to get it right. Not only that, but he had a special soundtrack sent to him from Australia of bird sounds, and you'll hear those in Under Capricorn. And also in Under Capricorn, Alfred Hitchcock did a 9.5-minute take for one important scene with Ingrid Bergman. It's one of the longest takes ever recorded in a movie. So many interesting features. And what about the cast? Under Capricorn stars Ingrid Bergman, Joseph Cotton, Michael Wilding, Cecil Parker, who plays the governor, one of my favourite actresses of British films, Margaret Leighton, who many years later was to become the wife of Michael Wilding. Also in the cast, Jack Watling and Dennis O'Day. It's a very special movie, Under Capricorn. Here now, a preview.
Under Capricorn, starring Ingrid Bergman, Joseph Cotton, Michael Wilding, Margaret Leighton.
Hope you haven't been giving too much thought to what I said about Miss Day and her ladyship in her bedroom. I'm sure it wasn't her fault. She wasn't what you'd call responsible at the time. I know she wasn't, because she had half her clothes off and didn't seem to notice.
I wouldn't go in there, Sam. I tell you she's had a triumph. You mustn't spoil it. Spoil it. Vice. I'm not good enough to stand beside my wife when she's with the quality. Don't be ridiculous, Sam. You aren't even dressed for a ball.
Fuck you again. Sir Richard, may I present my husband? Oh, you're talking about horses. I was telling His Excellency
That I was brought up in a stable. I heard you. Well, my money's as good as the next man's. The compliments of Mr. Sampson Plusky, Esquire. It'll pay for my wife's supper.
Under Capricorn, the story of a strange and fascinating woman and the two men in her life.
You bloody murdering jet!
Bergman, beautiful, tortured.
Sam! Sam!
What's the matter? What is it?
You sent this woman here to kill me.
Under Capricorn, a very special movie. Yes, it was the very first feature movie made in Technicolor in Australia. But it wasn't made in Australia, it was made about Australia. And that's not the only reason it's so fascinating. I love the story, I know you will too, and I'm sure you'll appreciate the great skill of director Alfred Hitchcock, and of course, the wonderful skill of Ingrid Bergman in a characterization quite different from most of the ones she played on the screen. Joan of Arc. Now that's something else again. In the 1940s, Ingrid Bergman had great success on the Broadway stage in Maxwell Anderson's play, Joan of Lorraine, and she was very eager to play Joan on the screen. The film Joan of Arc was produced by Walter Wanger, and he spent a lot of money on it, and indeed it shows on the screen. The film was directed, sadly it was the last film, directed by Victor Fleming. Victor Fleming, who directed Gone with the Wind and The Wizard of Oz. You'll love Joan of Arc. In fact, Ingrid Bergman was very touched by being able to play such an important character. Eric Maria Remarque, the author of All Quiet on the Western Front and Arch of Triumph, wrote to her saying, "Most people who see Joan of Arc will forever see you." Joan of Arc, a film heavily authenticated, a wonderful entertainment for the whole family, a film with many things to say and many things to remember. Here's a preview.
Bergman, beautiful, bewitching, breathtaking.
Now is the time. In God's name, strike! Strike boldly! God has spoken to me through his messengers. And it is his will that I come to aid you and that you be king of France.
Don't trust her, my lord.
I'm trying not to trust her, but every time I look into her eyes, I believe what she says is true.
The most acclaimed actress in the world breathes color, life, fire into this vibrant story of history's most famous heroine, as the peasant maid of Don Remy, seeing for the first time the Dauphin's glittering court, as the inspired conqueror of Orleans, driving France's foes in rout before her victorious armies, as the girl who crowned a king, fulfilling a prophecy and a mission.
This is the day we fought for and waited for, and it has come. I am as happy as any mortal has ever been.
As the woman accused of heresy, doomed to martyrdom.
How do you know that your voices come from God?
My lords, I have answered these same questions at Poitiers.
We are your judges now, and you must answer us.
But you are not fitted to be my judges.
Joan of Arc and Under Capricorn, two Ingrid Bergman films not to be missed. Let's consider another great star of the screen, only this time the star is a writer and a director as well. And I refer to Orson Welles, a genius of the cinema. Video Classics features two of his greatest films, Citizen Kane and The Magnificent Ambersons, both of them essential viewing for anyone really interested in the cinema. Here now, a preview of Citizen Kane and The Magnificent Ambersons.
You're beautiful.
Oh, I can't.
Yes, you are. You're very, very beautiful.
I've never been to 6 parties in one night in
Extremely
my
beautiful.
whole life. I've never even been up this late.
It's a matter of habit.
I wonder what the servants will think.
They'll think we enjoyed ourselves.
Dear,
Didn't we?
I don't see why you have to go straight out to the newspaper.
You never should have married a newspaper man. They're worse than sailors. I absolutely adore you.
Oh, Charles, even newspaper men have to sleep.
I'll call Mr. Bernstein, have him put off my appointments until noon. What time is it?
Oh, I don't know. It's late.
It's early.
Charles. Do you know how long you kept me waiting last night while you went to the newspaper for 10 minutes? What do you do in a newspaper in the middle of the night?
Emily, my dear, your only correspondent is the Inquirer.
Sometimes I think I'd prefer a rival of flesh and blood.
Oh, Emily, I don't spend that much time on the newspaper.
It isn't just the time. It's what you print. Attacking the president.
You mean Uncle John?
I mean the president of the United States.
He's still Uncle John. He's still a well-meaning fathead who's letting a pack of high-pressure crooks run his administration. This whole oil scandal.
He happens to be the president, Charles, not you.
That's a mistake that will be corrected one of these days.
Your Mr. Bernstein sent Junior the most incredible atrocity yesterday, Charles. I simply can't have it in the nursery.
Mr. Bernstein is apt to pay a visit to the nursery now and then.
Does he have to?
Yes.
Really, Charles? People will think...
What I tell them to think.
The magnificence of the Ambersons was as conspicuous as a brass band at a funeral.
There it is! The Amberson Mansion. The pride of the town.
Well, well.
$60,000 for the woodwork alone. Hot and cold running water, upstairs and down.
And stationary washstands in every last bedroom in the place.
Is Miss Amberson at home?
No, sir, Mr. Morgan. Miss Amberson's not home.
Well, thanks, then.
What are you studying in school?
College.
College.
Oh, lots of useless gum.
Why don't you study some useful gum?
What do you mean useful?
Something you'd use later in your business or profession.
I don't intend to go in a business or profession.
No?
No.
Why not?
Well, just look at them. It's a fine career for a man, isn't it? Lawyers, bankers, politicians. What do they ever get out of life, I'd like to know? What do they know about real things? Where do they ever get?
What do you want to be?
A yachtsman.
I'm not sure George is wrong about automobiles. With all their speed forward, they may be a step backward in civilization. Maybe that they won't add to the beauty of the world or the life of men's souls. I'm not sure. But automobiles have come. And almost all outward things are going to be different because of what they bring. They're going to alter war and they're going to alter peace. And I think men's minds are going to be changed in subtle ways because of automobiles.
And there's another Orson Welles film. He didn't direct it. Gregory Ratoff directed it. But the film I think you'll find fascinating is Black Magic. Here's the cassette. Black Magic stars with Orson Welles, Akim Tamirov, Nancy Guild, and Raymond Burr. It's a super production. It's an engrossing study of a diabolical charlatan and his quest to enslave France in the 18th century. I think you'll find this film absolutely fascinating. That's Black Magic. There are many stars in the Nostalgia Merchant range of Video Classics catalogue. Stars galore, they are really shining. And who could shine more brightly than Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers? These are the titles so far in the Video Classics catalogue of the movies of Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. We've got their first movie together, Flying Down to Rio, with Gene Raymond and Dolores Del Rio, The Fabulous Top Hat, Follow the Fleet, Randolph Scott, Lucille Ball and Betty Gray will appear in that one, The Gay Divorcee with the Fabulous Continental, Swing Time, Bojangles of Harlem, remember that? And, of course, The Story of Vernon and Irene Castle. The Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers movies are fabulous entertainment. Well, let's have a look.
Oh, what is the matter with you? Are you still moping over that same girl? Why, the world's just full of girls.
I know, but not like her. She's music. She's the buzzing of the bees in clover. She's the rustle of the leaves in the trees. She's water lapping on the shore.
Yes. She sounds like a series of strange noises to me.
ready for anything fancy. No dates that can't be broken, no words that can't be spoken, especially when I am feeling romancy.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Allow us to introduce ourselves, sir. We are Bates.
Oh, really? We are Jerry Travers.
Welcome to our Maynard.
Thank you, Bates. Thank you.
Peekaboo.
Stop this cab at once.
I don't know how. I've never handled anything more complicated than a Duesenberg. Take it easy, Mavis.
Well, what are we going to do?
In dealing with a girl or horse, one just lets nature take its course.
Never again will I allow women to wear my dresses.
I just got an invitation through the mail. Your presence requested this evening. It's formal. Top hat, white tie, and tail. Nothing now could take the wind out of my sails. 'Cause I'm invited to step out this evening in top hat, white tie, and tail. Oh, I'm putting on my top hat, tying up my white tie, brushing off my tails. Where'd Miss Tremont go?
Gail didn't tell me she'd met you.
Oh, yes, we've met.
Fine. I've arranged a little dinner party for all of us.
Let's eat now.
Oh, leave the child alone. She's a little upset about something.
Oh, really?
Yes. Tell me, how did Dale strike you?
Right between the eyes.
Good.
He wants to divorce you and marry me.
I see. He wants to do right by both of us.
I, the Adriatic waters, Venetian sons and daughters, are strumming a new tune upon their guitars. And we know that it's the reason why everyone is fever, coming and coming to
Penny, dear. This is Mr. Garnett.
Penny?
Miss Carol.
Mr. Garnett is very anxious to learn how to dance.
Oh, so you won't always be stepping on other people's toes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Turn. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Now you've got it. All right, I'll show you again. Now remember, 3 steps to the left, 3 steps to the right.
There's the right.
And turn. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I know, I'm fine. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, start all over again. Let me explain. You see, the clothes that I had before, I had to try...
When you're talking to a lady, you should take your hat off.
Your petticoat's showing.
We want you for our show. You want...
Oh, Vernon, darling.
Our honeymoon in Paris, and we get paid for it. You come? Sure we'll come.
Oh, Walter, I don't know about you.
Walter goes with us if it takes our last cent. Sure. You think I'd let you two go alone? Gee whiz.
I think you've started something tonight, Mr. and Mrs. Vernon Castle.
He had his choice of hitting another plane or crashing his own. The student with him wasn't hurt much, but Vernon was in the front seat. He was a hero, sailor.
Oh, Vernon.
They remember what he did this afternoon. They remember a lot of things he did. The way he laughed. The way he danced. The way he made other people want to dance.
Walter, he was just beginning to live.
You go on living. For you and me. Maybe even for a lot of people that never knew him. There's got to be something of him in every boy and girl that get up and dance together.
Of all movie directors, John Ford would have to be one of the most esteemed this century. John Ford has made many great movies. I know by the letters I receive how much people love The Quiet Man, They Were Expendable, How Green Was My Valley, The Searchers. The list seems endless. Well now, Video Classics has quite a few of the John Ford titles that are really good. For example, there's The Informer with Victor McLaglen. That's one of the greatest films of the 1930s. Victor McLaglen won an Academy Award for his performance in that film. It's tremendous. It's an emotional experience with a wonderful musical score by Max Steiner. And there's one of the most fabulous movies that John Ford made about the cavalry. Well, I'm thinking of two of them, actually. First, Fort Apache with Henry Fonda and John Wayne and Shirley Temple. You'll love Fort Apache. And there's She Wore a Yellow Ribbon, one of the most beautiful films in colour in the entire Video Classics range. Here now a preview of Fort Apache and She Wore a Yellow Ribbon.
We here have little chance for glory or advancement, while some of our brother officers are leading their well-publicized campaigns against the great Indian nations, the Sioux and the Cheyenne. We are asked to ward off the gnat stings and flea bites of a few cowardly Digger Indians.
Your pardon, Colonel. You'd hardly call Apaches Digger Indians, sir.
You'd scarcely compare them with the Sioux, Captain.
No, I don't. The Sioux once raided into Apache territory. Old-timers told me you could follow their line of retreat by the bones of their dead.
What's that over there?
Blue Mesa.
Can't we go there?
Well, it's not as close as it appears, Miss Thursday.
Are you anxious to return to the fort, Lieutenant?
Oh, no, Miss Thursday.
Don't you like the name of Phil, Michael?
Of course I do, Phil.
Well, Mary, only 6 more days to go, and your old Nathan will be out of the Army. Haven't decided what I'll do yet. Somehow I just can't picture myself back there on the banks of the Wabash, rocking in a front porch. No, I've been thinking I'd maybe push on west. Right back to you!
On her neck she wore a yellow ribbon. She wore it in the winter and the merry month of May. When I asked her why the yellow ribbon, she said it's for my lover who is in the cavalry. Cavalry, 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 cavalry. She said it's for my lover who is in the cavalry. Cavalry, 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 cavalry. She said it's for my lover in the U.S. cavalry.
We are too old for war.
Yes, we are too old for war. But old men should stop wars.
Too late! Too late!
Your young men painted for war. Their scalp knives red. The medicine drums talking. It is a bad thing.
A bad thing, Nathan. Many will die. My young man, your young man. No good. No good.
2 superb John Ford movies. Fort Apache and She Wore a Yellow Ribbon. She Wore a Yellow Ribbon is something you must see. And here's another John Wayne film you'll find very interesting. It's called Tall in the Saddle. It's a mystery melodrama set out west, and you're going to adore his co-star, Ella Raines. A very special movie, Tall in the Saddle, thoroughly recommended for your entertainment. And speaking of entertainment, let's really go to something terrific. The original King Kong. You know, they remade King Kong, and I enjoyed it. Yes, of course I did. But it couldn't compare with the original made in '33, produced by David O. Selznick, with a brilliant musical score by Max Steiner. The music is so great that I urge you to turn your set up just a little bit louder when you get the cassette, because it's so much more entertaining that way. King Kong is really stunning. Here now, a reminder of some of the greatness of the legendary King Kong. King Kong, what a movie. Truly one of the great classics, and it's great entertainment. And on the subject of King Kong, don't miss seeing the sequel, Son of Kong. It's thoroughly delightful and quite different from what you'd expect it to be. And another film in the same category is Mighty Joe Young, made by the same team. It's a very entertaining movie, some of it's very funny, and the whole thing is so clever, I know you're going to enjoy it. Well, that's quite a collection of movies. The Nostalgia Merchant range from Video Classics. Ask to see them at your video retailers. They're movies that you'll want to see not once, but time and time again. I love them. I love the vintage movies. Well, you all know that. But let's get to something more modern. You know, when you go to the Video Classics catalogue, it's hard to know where to begin. So many unusual films, films that I missed in the cinemas and want to see very much, or films that I want to see again. If you're a Bud Spencer, Terence Hill fan, then of course you'll want to see Two Missionaries. It's a beautiful film in colour. I've seen it. Also in the cast is Jean-Pierre Aumont. That's very interesting. And there's The Pilot. Cliff Robertson directed it, and he plays the leading role. It's a very serious film, and one that I enjoyed very much. His co-star is the lovely Diane Baker, very fine actress, and also in the cast, Dana Andrews, and making his first screen appearance in many years, Gordon McRae. And then again, something very different, Ingmar Bergman's Face to Face. This is a very powerful film, and this is what Ingmar Bergman himself had to say about it. This film is not about a psychiatrist, it's about everybody. I think that people are going to see things in it they'll recognise as part of their own natures. At first, this may prove shocking, but in the end, I think they will like it. Well, it's really up to you, isn't it, whether you like Face to Face or not. But it's a very interesting film. But don't be surprised if you see yourself there on the screen. Fascinating. Also fascinating is anything directed by Robert Altman, one of the most controversial filmmakers of the 70s and of the 80s. Robert Altman's film, Buffalo Bill and the Indians, is perplexing, tantalising, completely offbeat. Buffalo Bill. Now, who would play Buffalo Bill? Paul Newman? Well, you've got to see the film to appreciate why he is Buffalo Bill. And a lot of interesting people are in the cast of this film with him. Here's a preview of Buffalo Bill and the Indians.
Settle back in your seats, ladies and gentlemen. You are about to become a part of American history. Dino De Laurentiis presents the David Susskind production of Robert Altman's absolute original and heroic enterprise of inimitable luster, Buffalo Bill and the Indians, or Sitting Bull's history lesson. This magnificent entertainment stars Paul Newman as the monarch of the Wild West, the noblest white skin of them all, William F. Cody, Buffalo Bill.
Someday my hair is going to be as long as Custer's.
Joel Gray as the producer.
Nate Salisbury doesn't long win, but he does want to say he's proud, that you're proud.
What do you mean by that?
Kevin McCarthy as the publicist.
This is an extremely impressive assemblage.
Geraldine Chaplin as Annie Oakley. Harvey Keitel as the nephew.
Uncle Will!
Control yourself.
Frank Gackwitz and Will Sampson as Sitting Bull and his interpreter.
Chief Sitting Bull has chosen to speak through me.
Pat McCormick and Shelley Duvall as the president and his first lady.
Great Father, Sitting Bull has waited to ask you a very simple thing for his people.
I remind you that in government, nothing is simple.
And Burt Lancaster as Ned Buntline, the legend maker.
So I say to the kid, from now on your name is Buffalo Bill.
It also features brave cowboys, fierce Indians, countless feats of Western skill and daring, and priceless gems of frontier wisdom.
Difference between a white man and an Indian in all situations is that an Indian's red.
It's a glorious salute, not only to America's star himself,
Fans don't like their heroes too smart.
but to the show business.
There ain't no business like the show business.
Ain't all that different from real life.
The history business.
The wind blows the echoes of lies. The white man has stolen the truth.
The legend business.
The last thing that a man wants to do is the last thing he does.
And the people and spirit that have made our country what it is today.
May the sun never set on this great nation unless it comes up again in the morning.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that preview of Buffalo Bill and the Indians, a very interesting picture. You know, I get many letters from viewers of my programs on television and readers of my columns in TV Week and the newspapers, and they love information about the making of movies. They love to go behind the scenes. One of the major titles in the Video Classics catalogue is the controversial film Lipstick with Margot Hemingway and her sister Muriel, and of course the great Anne Bancroft. Let's go behind the scenes again, the way we did with Flash Gordon. Now for a trip behind the scenes in the making of Lipstick.
The screen's new freedom has unlocked creative doors for today's filmmakers. No longer are they restricted from dealing honestly with bold contemporary subjects.
Hey, camera rolling, Mark.
Lipstick is a new motion picture that examines just such a subject, one which involves our system of criminal justice, contemporary attitudes toward women, and the consequences of taking the law into one's own hands. It's the story of a beautiful fashion model who is victimized by a rapist. It's a serious study of rape and its aftermath, set within the context of an exciting drama. Producers Dino De Laurentiis and Freddie Fields and director Lamont Johnson are making Lipstick with the same frankness and realism that have made other De Laurentiis films like Serpico and Death Wish so powerful and so popular.
There's a lot of subtle boundaries are crossed, I think, in this picture that are well dramatized and that are terribly close to our vulnerabilities. Our own, that's what rape is, after all. It's the ultimate vulnerability. I think people are going to identify with that. It's not a documentary. We're out to make a powerful, emotional, and evocative statement that is dramatic and that, in the very best sense of the word, is entertaining.
It's been a long time since I have read a script that I felt quite as emotional, so shaken and angry and...
Anne Bancroft, one of America's finest and most exciting actresses, is one of the stars of Lipstick. Like everyone else associated with the project, Ms. Bancroft was concerned with authenticity.
We had a technical advisor, Toby Schaffer, a woman district attorney, who took me down to see a real rape case down in criminal court downtown. So I was there at the time, and I saw how lawyers act towards each other, and which was really the most important and valuable information that I received, because I was emotionally right up to here with all the emotion that the character needed. What I didn't have was knowledge.
Right, please. Everybody in position? All right, action.
As Carla Bondi, the prosecutor in the film, Ms. Bancroft reveals some startling facts about rape and how it is dealt with in the courts.
Every human being has the right of simple consent. Even women. But I must tell you something. If you plan to go ahead with this, you better be prepared to be abused again in court.
And you expect this jury to believe that he had to brutalize you to make you... Objection! And did you not...
What chance is there that the rapist will actually go to prison?
2 out of 100 serve time.
So even if Chris goes through all that, there's no guarantee?
Never a guarantee. What this DA, what Carla Bondi, the lawyer that I play, is trying to find out is that this girl comes in very emotional, and yes, she wants to prosecute because she's just been violated, and of course she's full of emotion. But can that last? Can that last through the waiting period? And can it last through the trial when she's going to be put on the stand and exposed and have to go through the whole thing again, verbally? Will she be able to stand all of this? And unless she can stand all of this, then let's not get started.
Why should Chris McCormick risk all the good luck she's had just because it happened to her?
The victim in the film is played by Margot Hemingway, herself a world-famous model and cover girl. Producer Dino De Laurentiis knew Margot had never acted before, but he is a man not afraid to take chances. He saw in her a potential for stardom and knew that casting her would add a special realism to Lipstick. Director Lamont Johnson agrees.
Although I was at first appalled at the idea of a non-actress being a hell of a burden to me in creating this, the more I got to know Margot, the more absolutely it seemed essential to start with somebody with really a fresh, completely direct approach, and not an actress at all. And I'm very glad we did.
It was very, very painful.
Margot was screen tested, and any doubts about her acting potential were quickly dispelled.
It was extraordinary how quick she responded. And when I cut it all together with the beauty stuff, Freddie Fields and Dino De Laurentiis just were speechless.
Now take a very low, comfortable, deep breath.
She was put through an intensive series of acting exercises, camera tests, and rehearsals to prepare her for the film. The results exceeded everyone's expectations.
Whatever it is she does is just so simple and lovely, and that I think most actors would like to get back to being able to do that.
I think she's going to surprise a lot of people.
I hate him! I hate him and I want him to die in jail! I want them to do it to him in jail!
Okay.
That's cut. Okay. Quiet, please.
In keeping with the realism of Lipstick, Francesco Scavullo, one of the world's top fashion photographers, plays himself in the film.
Let me have the camera. That looks great like that. Good. Keep your eyes closed.
Having worked with Margot, as well as countless other beautiful women, has given Scavullo a great insight into women's feelings about the subject of rape.
Many women who are raped, they hide it. They don't tell anybody about it. And the men who rape them go free. Also, if they're very beautiful and very sexy and, you know, if they're a provocative-looking girl, people would always say, well, look, she's, you know, flirting and teasing everybody, and she's asked for it.
Part of what the film is about is the fact that she's been trained to use her looks, her sexuality, her alluring quality about herself as a tool, as a means to an end.
Perry King, star of Mandingo, plays an advertising executive in Lipstick. He uses Margot's beauty to sell his product and finds himself bearing part of the guilt for her ordeal.
I mean, obviously, we know that sex is in all advertising of all kinds, and it's in sales of almost everything. There's a sexual undertone or overtone to it. And women, I mean, themselves are taught a sort of double standard of wanting to be alluring, wanting to be seductive and beautiful, and at the same time wanting the freedom of choice. And really, it's a double standard that the society itself has put on them.
You hard sell her all over this country. And we're allowed to look and we're allowed to buy. But don't touch. And all it takes for rape is one man like Gordon Stewart.
The rapist in Lipstick is portrayed by Chris Sarandon, recently nominated for an Academy Award for his role in Dog Day Afternoon.
Rape is committed in this country is through most of the research that Lamont has done and I've done, and the woman with whom we've been consulting who used to be with the DA's office and used to prosecute a lot of rapists. It's not often done by what most people think is criminals. It's very often done by the boy next door. The guy who seems least likely to be the perpetrator in an act of this kind is the guy who is mentally just unable to cope with certain situations and unleashes his aggression in a certain way.
And he's got that difficult job where he's on the stand. The audience knows, everybody knows that he has committed the crime. And everybody except the jury, of course. And he's got to act like he's a simple man who could never commit this violent crime.
Rape is an act of violence, I know. But she wanted this violence, and
you just do something about
it. I know a man of more character would have just... There's a rape in this!
Do you know what it means, the word rape?
It's when somebody puts force on somebody to have sex.
There are people who derive sexual pleasure by being physically restrained.
Not my sister.
The answer to my question, though, Kathy, is...
Not my sister.
A key role in the film is that of the victim's younger sister. Margot's real sister, Marielle Hemingway, was selected for the part.
The star.
You think we look alike?
Okay.
The warmth of their relationship translates itself beautifully onto the screen.
I am not only satisfied, but thrilled about the results of both Marielle and Margot's work. And I think they can, if they wish, have remarkable careers in film.
In the hands of less responsible filmmakers, this delicate subject could easily have become sensationalized.
Kathy!
But Lipstick is being handled with taste and sensitivity.
Kathy, are you all right?
And everyone involved
Who did this to you?
hopes it will convey an important social comment.
Poor.
It is the story of one woman, but its truths are common to all of us.
Crime is always with us as long as human beings are the imperfect beings they are. But the failure of justice is more damaging to society than crime itself.
I hope you've enjoyed looking behind the scenes at the making of Lipstick. Here's a great movie, Beckett. And the stars, Peter O'Toole and Richard Burton. They were in their prime when they made Beckett, an adaptation of a play by Jean Anouilh about the conflict and the relationship between Beckett, Archbishop of Canterbury, and Henry II. Superb performances complemented by other great players, John Gielgud, Pamela Brown, Martita Hunt, Donald Wolfett, and Sean Phillips. Beckett is a prestigious, great movie, not to be missed too. Something rather different. Ash Wednesday. Elizabeth Taylor faces crises in her life in Ash Wednesday and goes about solving those crises in a special way. Her co-star, Henry Fonda, also appearing Helmut Berger. Richard Harris, along with Bo Derek and Charlotte Rampling, faces other kinds of crises in Orca the Killer Whale. Let's have a preview of both Ash Wednesday and Orca the Killer Whale.
The ancient Romans called him Orca or Canis, Latin for bringer of death. He is without challenge the most powerful animal on the globe, the killer whale. Orca has 48 teeth, set in 2 impressive rows. In some respects, the orca's intelligence may be even superior to man's. They remain loyal to one mate for life. As parents, they are exemplary, better than many human beings. And like human beings, they have a profound instinct for vengeance. An innocent creature is destroyed by an act of human cruelty, and the ultimate battle of man against nature begins. Dino De Laurentiis presents Orca.
Can you commit a sin against an animal?
He followed you. We saw you on the deck of the boat.
They always remember the human being who had tried to harm them.
He deliberately left you your boat because he wants to fight you on the sea.
I won't do that.
Now the fish have vanished from the fishing grounds. All because of your whale.
In fact, I won't fight him at all.
You're not even man enough to accept the excitement of his challenge.
I'll fight you! You're the vengeful son of a...
Orca, starring Richard Harris, Charlotte Rampling, Will Sampson, Keenan Wynn. A spectacular adventure. From the depths of the sea to the top of the world.
It's going to be a fair fight on equal terms.
A fight to the death.
Nolan!
Between the 2 most dangerous animals on Earth.
What in hell are you?
Man and Orca.
Well, now for something completely different. Do you like horror stories, thrillers, tales of the supernatural? Then there's plenty for you in the Video Classics catalogue, some really great titles. I've picked 6 of them for you right now, all produced by one of the cinema geniuses of the 1940s, Val Lewton. Each one of them a movie classic. The original Cat People with Simone and Kent Smith. The Body Snatcher from a story by Robert Louis Stevenson with Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi. Boris Karloff again in The Unusual Isle of the Dead. Bedlam with Boris Karloff and Anna Lee. The Leopard Man with Dennis O'Keefe and Margot. And I Walked with a Zombie with Francis D. I Walked with a Zombie. Did you know that that's a version of Jane Eyre set in Haiti? It's really most unusual and a beautiful film to look at. Now, I picked those 6 for you. You should see each one of them. I'm sure you're going to love them. But now, let's have quite a few others, and you choose for yourself.
Everyone has a love that's hard to forget. But for Louise Elmore, it's impossible.
He disappeared the day we were to be married.
He left you on your wedding day?
I didn't say that. Disappeared. There's a difference.
How long has it been since all this happened?
19 years.
Because she is trapped in the horror of her father's twisted mind.
I have never heard you say a kind word to me. I've never even seen you smile.
And what once was love
Your name is Robert. It's 1960, and we're in love.
has become torment.
Books that I'd fingered 100 times before started to come at me like huge, swooping hawks. I destroy them, or they destroy you.
Carrie Snodgrass, in her finest performance since Diary of a Mad Housewife, is a woman caught in the grip of a psychotic nightmare. And the secrets that haunt her are hidden away someplace she must not go. A place where fantasies die and terror is born. When you walk the 13 steps to the attic, you open the door to a deadly nightmare. What is the unthinkable terror waiting in the attic?
On the one night they were celebrating New Year's Eve, he was out, ending their life.
I'm going to commit murder at midnight. Call me evil.
Every New Year's Eve, the caller came out.
Please. I'll do anything you want. We can even get it on if you want to. I won't make any kind of fuss.
One terrifying night of unspeakable evil. New Year's Evil.
Hey, according to this, nobody's checked in nearly 5 years.
I think there's somebody else here.
Or in this room?
In this place.
You can't stay here. You gotta go now. You're up late, Missy.
You're crazy.
Don't you call me that. Don't you ever call me that.
You're scared of flipping out. Just like your old lady. Chrissy, where is she? Her snowmobile's gone and mine's been busted.
I don't know where she's gone and didn't see her go.
Well, that doesn't answer the question about my machine, does it? It's been fooled with.
I don't know about them machines. I never used one. I can't help you.
Last night I heard you talking to somebody else. We never see anybody else around. Where's Chrissy? Where's Chrissy?
Save your strength. For when you need it.
The flesh-eating giant could be kept by certain people who had an ancient power handed from one to another.
Killed that guy.
Forget that now. That's over.
It's time, Jenny. Soon you'll understand.
Well, we've previewed a lot of movies from the Video Classics catalogue, and would you believe we've hardly scratched the surface? Some categories I haven't even gone into. Movies at midnight, Sports World Cinema, the musical programs, and, well, how about this one? Greatest Heroes of the Bible. Many people are going to find them interesting. Just consider some of the participants. John Carradine, Victoria Principal, Robert Culp, Robert Vaughan, Richard Basehart, Robert Alder, Cameron Mitchell, Dorothy Malone, Jean Barry, Lou Ayres. That's Greatest Heroes of the Bible, a very interesting series. And the movie's generally for family viewing. You must see The Man from Button Willow. It's a delightful animated feature with the voices of Dale Robertson, Howard Keel, and many other favourites. Also, Melody with Mark Lester. Scalawag, that's a Robert Louis Stevenson story with Kirk Douglas. Oh, you'll like Kirk Douglas in that. Blue Fire Lady with Mark Holden and Catherine Harrison. That's an Australian film I enjoyed very much. Message from Space. Oh, that's something very different again. And Charlotte's Web, the lovely Charlotte's Web with the voices of Debbie Reynolds, Paul Lind, Agnes Moorehead. You're going to like Charlotte's Web very much indeed. Well, I've nearly used up all my time in this first Video Classics preview that I'm doing, and I have so many more previews to show you. So I'm going to say farewell and say, just look at some of these exciting titles to explore, beginning with the delightful Charlotte's Web.
How very special are we for just a moment to be part of life's eternal rhyme. How very special are we to have on our family tree Mother Earth and Father Time. He turns the seasons around, so she changes her gown, but they always look in their prime. They go on dancing their dance of Mother Earth and Father Father Time.
East of Eden, one of the great American novels in its entirety, spanning 3 generations of an American family, from the Civil War to World War I, from Connecticut to the shores of California. John Steinbeck's masterpiece, East of Eden. It's the story of brothers from one generation to the next, violently bound together by blood and fate, and of the one woman who was the chilling centerpiece of their saga.
Why did that man come here last night?
Kathy Ames, a young New England schoolgirl.
Well, I surely don't know why.
As wicked as she is beautiful.
Oh, I believe you do. I have respect in this community. You will not shame me.
You can't hit me. You don't have the courage.
She grew into a temptress no man could resist.
I've been in places that you never heard of. I've done things that would turn your blood to spit.
I don't believe you.
Then perhaps you'll believe this. You are a great, fat, simpering smug. And the touch of you, the smell of you, makes me want to vomit.
I'm sorry you said that. I am very sorry you said that.
You can't hit me. You don't have the courage.
I expect it only remains for my brother and me to settle up who buys out who.
It's already been decided.
Yeah? You two already talked about it?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to California with Adam. Adam and I were married this afternoon.
And I've
Just right. You just slept with your brother's wife.
Cal Trask, destined to live the legacy his mother left him.
Funny what they say. Poor's making the best wives. Who'd ever thought the opposite is true? I guess old Adam Trask just never really thought of it. You said you knew. Get away from me. Get out of here. Go on.
The masterpiece novel of 20th century fiction, East of Eden.
I don't want to die. Let's go.
Right on, green line. Right there. Over there. Incoming! Second squad, keep moving!
General Marshal, what are our estimated casualties?
Well, Mr. President, it's difficult to give a specific figure.
Give me your best estimate.
And now, bomb away. 4, 3, 2, 1. My God. Unbelievable. This is the end of the war.
Coming home in summer, full as a flower can be, ready to bloom, blooming soon, sweet Emily. Watching her climb from a child to a woman, watching her stretch and grow. Prettiest girl I know, prettiest girl I know.
You're very, very pretty.
Seems a pleasant enough young man. You like him a lot, don't you?
He's fun to be with.